Morning, friends. Pastor Al, Thursday, May 22nd. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, after the resurrection, we see a number of things happening. A number of women went to the tomb to finish the burial process, and the tomb was empty. Angels told them that Jesus wasn't here, he was alive. They rushed back to the disciples and told them the great news, and the disciples thought, those foolish women, what are they talking about? They don't know anything. They couldn't believe it. Peter runs to the tomb and finds for himself that the tomb is empty, and then the scripture said, and then he went home. And then the next scene, we have two disciples walking on the road to Emmaus. And this is such an interesting story, because as they were walking, they were talking about all the things that had happened. They were filled with depression and sadness and despair and rejection. And, it's like, what happened? And Jesus comes alongside of them, but they don't recognize him. And, the mystery is we don't know why they didn't recognize him, but it's kind of like all of a sudden they had these spiritual cataracts and they couldn't see him, even though he was right there. Maybe you've had a cataract and you know that you don't realize how much you don't see until you've had them removed. And once you have them removed, it's like your vision comes back and everything is clear again. Well, I could say they had cataract surgery with Jesus as they got to the end of the journey, and they strongly urged him to stay with him, for the night was upon him. And he did, and they went in, and at the meal, Jesus took the bread and blessed it and broke it. And it says, at that moment, their eyes were open. It's like the cataracts fell off, and they saw Jesus. And I just want to, encourage you and maybe challenge you. It's like, how's your spiritual vision? Are the cataracts growing over your eyes? We keep our vision clear with Jesus, but through worship and prayer and scripture reading and volunteering and service and all these things, as we focus on Jesus and allow him to continue to maybe do the vision correction that we need, putting on glasses or whatever. And maybe it's that cataract surgery at times. So just want to encourage you today, and have a vision checkup with the Lord. And if there's some things you're not seeing, ask him to correct that vision in your life. Have a blessed day.